Critical Legends. So this game is very controversial to say the least and has seen a stark rise and a very steep fall within a short time period. So today I kind of just want to make a video talking about it a little bit, seeing as the player base recently has degraded from around 1,000 players down to 100 to 300 to maybe 500 people on a day. And I kind of wanted to talk about why that is, what can be done about it, and if the game is just dead with no revival. Anyways, if you guys do not know, this game has a pretty dramatic past. So for the first couple of months it was out, it was very much so fun. It was a lot of fun. You could play with your friends, farm all the bosses, find all the chests, get all the loot, and there really wasn't any problems. And then the original hacker raids started to happen, where if you would join literally any public server in the game, you would just get everything in the game. You would get billions of gold, billions of RP, and you just basically couldn't play the game. You unlocked everything just by joining a public lobby because the games are being raided to hell. And then the primary Discord server was raided, and then the game was data wiped multiple times, which slowly and ever so slowly started to make players avoid the game. Eventually, a stable version of the game has come out, which is the current version of the game. It is stable in my opinion, and it is still fun, but why has the game completely died off? And I think it just kind of has something to do with the fact that a lot of people don't trust the game, to say the least, and a lot of people still have a data issue. There is an option to get your data back, which luckily I was able to do when I first launched this version of the game, but a lot of people didn't get their data back. And the problem with this is when a lot of people didn't get their data back, a lot of people ended up losing their limited items like Book of Souls. A lot of people ended up losing a very, very important item for a lot of builds known as Alpha Rune, which you could only get for the first week of this new version of the game coming out. And then if people couldn't recover their data, they lost it. This new version of the game is stable and it is fun to play, but the problem with it is a lot of people just simply don't trust Critical Legends anymore, and that is kind of, in my opinion, why the game has completely died off. Now, is it still fun to play? Yeah, it's fun to play this game now and then, but there really isn't very much to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the only new thing to do since the original hacker raids and pretty much downfall of the game after the Chaos Week, which was the week that you can get all the limited items again, which was the first week of this version of the game being out, is the Martialist class, which has the black and white versions, which I still haven't made a video on just because, well, the game's kind of completely dead, unfortunately. Now, this was easily one of my favorite games that was ever added to Roblox, and of course I know this is basically a remastered version of Critical Expedition, which is a much older version of this game, and this game was really fun for a long time, but if I'm being honest with you, I don't really see a future for this game. I really would be a little bit surprised if it comes back to all of its past glory. Now, recently, something new-ish did come out, which is this thing known as Craig the Monkey. First, let's see, BM, anything good? Nope, just Gravity Shift. That is also a new item, but it's not the best. Anyways, this new thing known as Craig the Monkey did come out recently, which added a bunch of skins to the game, which I do think is really fun, like the Necron skin. And basically, there's a whole bunch of skins that you can activate on classes. Now, this might just be me complaining and nitpicking, but a lot of the skins that they added to the game are for classes that people don't use. There isn't a King of Slime skin, there isn't an Immortal Sword skin besides the limited one that you can no longer get, the Maiden skin. There isn't a skin for a lot of the classes people use. There's not a Time Warden skin to my knowledge. There's not a Tier 3 Programmer skin. There's like 20 skins for the Void Katana, which was nerfed to the ground, so people don't really use it anymore. And there's just a lot of skins for the classes that people don't use. Now, I'm not here to complain about skins being added to the game. I think that's an amazing thing. I think it's awesome that there's new skins in the game and that there's something to collect. But if you're going to add a bunch of skins to the game, why not add them to classes that people genuinely use all the time, like King of Slime, Tier 3 Programmer, and stuff like that? Now, that's just me nitpicking a little bit, but things like this and other things are why the game doesn't really have much of a future. If I'm going to be honest here, I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of weeks if this game goes down to 50 players a day or less. It is fun, but I also don't really see myself grinding this game out a ton anymore because there really isn't a point, because There really isn't very many updates, and there is still always data issues with this game. Luckily, I have been not having them myself, but I have had a lot of people DM me being like, Shasko, I'm just not able to get anything in the game. I keep losing all my data. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why you keep losing your data. Now, I will say the best thing that they've done in recent time will be that Tier 3 programmer, but ever since that's come out, there's not really been anything else to do. And now I'm not here to complain and be like, oh, we need more to do, we need more to do. There has been new classes, but when's the last time a new boss was added to the game? It's been forever. There was the Valentine's Day boss, but that wasn't a new boss. That was a pre-existing boss that they simply added attack animations to, when it was supposed to have attack animations originally. There hasn't been a new area. There hasn't been really anything properly new in months in this game. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, normally I don't bring this up with games, but the reason why I'm bringing that up is because when you constantly have data loss issues with all your players and they already lose trust in the game, and then you also don't really add anything new to bring them back, that is why this game kind of died. Because players were forced to do the same thing over and over again without having anything really new to do besides new classes. And then we also need to get into the nerfing. This game more or less has a problem with nerfing every single strategy that's effective until it's no longer effective. They nerfed almost every single pot to the ground to where pot strategies aren't good besides the power pots or pizzas, whatever you want to call them. That's still an effective way to do it. Mana pots are still good, but insanity pots, chaos potions, and all that stuff is no longer good, which used to be how you would rebirth really quickly. Now there is still very overpowered rebirth items at horrible drop rates, but no one wants to farm to level 200 anymore for every rebirth, especially with the problems with data, especially with the fact that you can't do the overpowered, really quick power potions and stuff like that strategies. Now, I will say, do I like this game still? Yeah, but I probably will not be really making many videos for this game anymore. Unfortunately, I do think this game is a little bit dead unless they try really, really hard to revive it and add a completely new area and a bunch of new things to do. Anyways, guys, there's my little spiel on why I think this game kind of died off. Let me know your guys' opinions on this game, why you think it started to die off, and I would love this just to be a discussion style video. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below what you guys think about Critical Legends, and I would love to see you all in the next one. Bye.